Well, hi folks, it's Steve Grono from Chestnut Home Builders. It is Christmas Eve 2019, December 24th, and we are in Chestnut Springs. It's about 11 o'clock in the morning, about 40 degrees, and I thought it would be a good opportunity to take a quick video of the Wicklow model, which is our model home under construction right now on Lot 1. This is Lot 1, Chestnut Springs. I just thought it would be cool. It's a perfect stage of construction to show you a little bit about the details of how these homes are going together. The stonework is happening on the right-hand side of the house right here. Our mason is just doing all of his mortaring and putting the final courses of stone on the right-hand side of the house. Doing an absolutely beautiful job. He's got his spacing, his mortar joints, his connections, his lath is all really high-quality stuff. So anyway, Chestnut Springs, full condo community. You have no maintenance. The cool thing about this development is you have about between 1 and 2 acres of land around you without a neighbor, and it's just like condo living. So it's these are effectively detached ranch condos. You do own your lot, as in a regular condo you do not own the lot. You just own the footprint of the house. You own the lot here, but it's set up so that it behaves just like a detached condo. You have no responsibility for anything outside the four walls. It's all done for you. Anyway, that's Chilson Road right there. Up this way about 1.5 miles is the Latson Road interchange, takes you right into Brighton or Howell, either one. So anyway, this is the lath that our mason puts on the wall prior to putting on the stone. You've got your Tyvek, your tar paper, and then you've got your lath. The house is entirely constructed of 2x6 framing, which I'll show you on the inside. Let's jump inside here and I'll give you some clues on how we put the interior together. This is the garage. First thing you notice on the garage is you have a nice 2% slope on the floor. Keeps the drainage happening easy in the winter when you have snow and ice melting off. This floor is a 4-inch floor, but it is steel reinforced with steel bridging. We put re-rod in it and we pin it to the superior wall system all the way around. The garage is also framed in 2x6 framing. That's what you're seeing right here. We don't reduce it to 2x4 as most homes are built. Full engineered trusses, and it's a 3-car garage on this one. This is the Wicklow with the 3-car. 2 on this side, 1 on this side. It's a little oversized, so you don't have any problem getting pickup trucks in here. Okay, show you a little bit about the construction on the interior. Bear with me. There we go. Had to climb up a 2-foot step there. All right, so let's talk about, I don't know, just general framing characteristics first of all. All of the exterior walls, as we said, are 2x6 framed. This house has a 3-bedroom, 3.5 bath configuration in it with a 4th bedroom and a finished lower level. So what you have here is the front bedroom, bedroom number 1. We have 2 supply ductwork feeds in here. We use Energy Star processes. I don't know if you can see this, but this duct is all 100% sealed to the framing, so there's no air loss at all. We also caulk seal all of our sister joints on our exterior walls. There's also foam, closed cell foam right here between the windows and the rough opening. This way you have a 100% airtight seal around the entire perimeter of the windows. Also at the base where the bond is, this is where the floor meets the vertical framing, also caulk sealed here. This house is going to be insulated next week. It's going to get closed cell foam on the entire exterior, which makes it, it gets it into the Energy Star rating. This home will have a H.E.R.S rating. H.E.R.S is the home energy rating system. We predict it'll be somewhere in the 50s, that means it's about twice as efficient as a new construction home according to code. Code is a assumed value of a H.E.R.S rating of 100. The lower the number, the better. It's just like golf. Okay, anyway, the electrical penetrations are all sealed and fire stopped up here at the top, as you can see at the header where they go pass through. Our electricians pride themselves to do a nice, clean, neat, and tidy job of everything. The cold air returns also sealed. This is going to be a cold air return. You notice how it's all caulk sealed and foam sealed inside that cavity, including the wiring penetrations. And then even at the floor, where the flange is, this flange is sealed to the flooring. And so there's no air loss here at all. This is the most efficient HVA system that you can possibly get. The floors, I don't know if you can see this, these are OSB Advantech floors. These are screws. These are deck screws. So they're every 6 inches. We put deck screws through it. It's also nailed and glued. We do this to avoid squeaks after the house sits and ages for a little while. Main bath area up in here. Coming through the foyer or the front door of the house, this is how the house kind of lays out. Here's a little bit of the plumbing that normally would be hidden underneath the drywall, but you see how neat and tidy that is. Our plumber does an excellent job. He's a very high quality guy. Everything hung and fitted correctly, so there are no hammering of pipes or strange noises in your house after it's built. This is the study area. This is about a 13 by 14 area. Has a pair of French door options for the doorway part. Here's another cold air return. You can see how this cold air return is sealed once the duct is put in place. And also the seam where the metal is rolled together is also sealed. You'll see a lot of this as you go through this house with me, how thorough the insulation is performed in this type of construction. The electrical, we put these chases in. This is a wall for a hanging TV. That's why we have blocking in the wall. This is a chase, so if you want to run down here, you can chase an HDMI cable up through there for a gaming console or any type of other electronic accessory that you want to put in the house. Double cold air return right there. And coming into the kitchen area and the great room area, this Wicklow is our most popular floor plan. It's an amazing house. We have built a ton of these, and we keep finding ways to make them even better each time. There's a little shot of the cold air return up top right there. You can see how that is sealed up and will form a complete airtight seal once it's all done and drywalled. There's a walk-in pantry in this house, center island. We put a lot of blocking in the wall. This is where the gourmet kitchen goes. There's a pot filler that goes right here, and all of this blocking is put in place to support the vent hood, and so that you don't have any issues with your backsplash tile. It's all very solid. Windows are Anderson 2900 silver lines. We've been using them for years. It's a great window, no issues. They rarely have any kind of warranty problem. We've probably been using them for 12, 14 years now, and haven't had any issues with these windows at all. Coming around the back of the, this is again lot 1 Springs. Beautiful view of this natural area, and this is the Brighton State Rec area off in the distance. We oversized this deck. It's under roof, and also has a deck extension outside a little bit in case you want to sit out there and get a little sun. That's going to be a composite deck. Fireplaces here, all thermoplied off. That's what this material is. This is thermoply. It's a fire barrier that is sealed. You can see it's foam sealed at the top, all caulk sealed at the joints, and that keeps our fireplace area meeting codes. Here's a good shot of the interior wall. This is between the master and the great room. This wall will be fully insulated for sound once we get our insulation crew in here next week. And all this blocking up here is again for hanging a wall TV, both sides in the master and out here in the great room. And we have the extra chases built into the wall for your accessories with HDMI cables and stuff. You can run that down to an audio cabinet. Let's see, what else? Okay, master bedroom. Vaulted up with a tray ceiling. You notice all of our roof trusses are 2x6, not 2x4 as well. Very strong house. This has 4 recessed can lights and a center fan box. And the ceiling is stepped up 14 inches to give you a nice, interesting architectural detail in here. It makes it feel more spacious. This goes in, of course, to the master bath. There's 2 sinks here. This will be granite, undermount porcelain sinks, mirrors, some lighting up top. And then we put these windows on the opposite wall up high so you get natural light in the master bath for doing makeup and that kind of thing. This shower is going to be a full 360 tile shower all the way around. It's all waterproofed. And by the way, when this is done, this is a roll-in shower, so it's full handicap accessible. We don't have any barriers in here to get in the way in case you're ever hurt. We also put blocking in the walls. This is again for handicap. If you ever have to have grab rails, if someone's hurt and has to do some rehab and you need grab rails installed, they're real easy to install in here because we put this 2x6 blocking in all the walls at the proper height for your handicap rail. Over here in the left side is a small room for the toilet area, also with a window up top. Then there's a walk-in master closet, and this is connected directly to the master laundry right here. Washer, dryer, laundry cabinet, laundry sink. We have this new flush vent mounting system for your dryer. See how that's all in the wall, and your dryer doesn't have to stick out away from the wall. This is a metal can box that recesses it back in so it can sit flat against the wall. Saves floor space. Okay, back out to the main floor, and then upstairs. I'm going to show you the upstairs. This is an optional upstairs on the Wicklow. You don't normally have this staircase here, but this house is being built with all the options on it, so we can show you all the options. This little staircase takes this cool angle, wraps around, and then goes up. There's a railing system that goes here. And up here, you've got some options. You can do a bedroom, and an open area over here. That's the way we set this up, with an open area here for like a study, secondary hobby room. Just a nice open space right there. Again, blocking in the wall, and cable for your TV box, along with an HDMI cable chase in there. Then on this side is the full bath. Another full bath right here, and then a bedroom right here. Good sized bedroom, 14 by 13. With a double swing door closet. All the doors in this house will be solid core, which is our standard. We have a trademark on the Chestnut SUPERHOME, and the reason it's called a SUPERHOME is because it meets a very high standard of standard features that, to my knowledge, we are probably one of the only builders that, as a standard equipment, does all this stuff I'm talking about that you're seeing in the video. The 2x6 framing, all the Energy Star insulation and foam seal, all of the additional chases for your electronics in every room, all the blocking, the ADA stuff, all of that contributes to this SUPERHOME brand that we're developing. And it just gives you an idea that what's behind the drywall, which is, a lot of people don't really know what's behind the drywall unless you show them. That's what I'm trying to do here. And that lends itself to a little better understanding of why the house is stronger and more stable, more comfortable from a temperature standpoint. Okay, we're going down into the finished walkout lower level right now. Underneath this floor, this is another part of the SUPERHOME trademark included standard. All of our concrete floors are put on top of a prepared stone base. 26A limestone chip is 4 inches of it under this floor. 6 inches of it under this floor. And what that does is it creates a very stable, compactable base for the concrete, which means it has very little chance of, shifting and elevating and cracking. There is also a limestone drain all the way around the perimeter of this foundation that is connected into the sump crock. Then we put a visqueen vapor barrier down. We put re-rod in the floor, and then we pour the floor. So again, you will not see that in too many homes. Typically, the method is to prepare the clay base and then pour the concrete right over it. There's really very little prep or stability as a normal course of business. Okay, floor system. These are engineered TGIs, I-joists, very strong, very stable. We do not bore a bunch of holes through these on the perpendicular, as a lot of construction, I see it everywhere. In fact, I have some other videos on it where they will run cold air returns and they will run supplies through this so that they can just finish the ceiling. We don't do it that way when they finish the lower level. We don't do it that way. We put a drop in. That's what this is. This is a drop, and these are custom bent metal supply and cold air returns for all the HVAC system. Much more stable and consistent delivery of CFM airflow through each room, doing it this way. And you'll see all these joints are sealed, as you can see here in the video, for the Energy Star rating. Also, we have a pressurized duct test after this is all done to make sure it passes that requirement. Okay, so this big open area is your rec room. Walk out. This is the bedroom right over here. Bedroom's about 14 by 14. Does have an egress over here on the wall, outside wall. And this is the Superior wall system. I'm putting my hand on here now. I said it was about 40 degrees outside. This wall feels like it's about 70 degrees. It's unbelievable how dry and warm the Superior wall system is. This is a 10-inch high-strength reinforced precast wall system that literally is better than any other type of foundation system that I have been able to find in my career as a builder. It comes from the factory at an R12.5, which means it exceeds code requirements by quite a bit, by about 30%. It also has these crimped on galvanized caps over the insulated concrete studs where you can screw your drywall right through into these and secure them. There's holes cast into the Superior wall that allow your wiring to be run through without any drilling. And this sits on the top of a compacted limestone base. Literally the strongest, most stable base system and foundation system that exists. Okay, so after the bedroom here, this is the master bath. Getting a little dark in here, hope you can see it. Main bath for the lower level. And then over on the other side here, where it is definitely too dark for us as our electrical, this is our, we call it a safe room. It's underneath the front porch. There's a steel deck. We insulate that with closed cell foam, and that room becomes a safe room. You can put a door on it, and it becomes a safe room. This is the Amana Distinction. Very high efficiency, 96.4 efficient furnace, variable speed motor, built-in humidifier, zone system. We have 2 zones in the house, upper and lower. The humidifier and everything is built right in, included. These 2 sump crocks, the one on the left with the 3-inch is the radon recovery. That goes right up through the roof. This is in a sealed sump crock, which is connected to the foundation drain and the limestone subgrade. That means if radon is trying to get into your home, the chances are high that it's going to get trapped by the vapor barrier. It's going to migrate through the foundation drain into the sump crock. We seal the sump crock and then vent it to up through the roof where it escapes, and you don't have any radon problems. And this is the ejector crock for the lower level bath. That's just a quick little tour, a little insight into how we put the SUPERHOME together. Again, it's a trademarked brand for Chestnut, and we have a list of all of the SUPERHOME features. For example, the Superior wall system is part of our standard SUPERHOME. This is a very expensive foundation system. I shouldn't say very expensive. It's probably 30% more than a standard poured wall. The problem with standard poured walls is they all crack, they all leak, they all settle. When they settle, the upper header moves. You get unevenness in your floor system. That creates squeaks. It makes it hard to frame the house square and plumb and true. Cabinets don't fit right. Windows don't always fit right. As the house continues to settle, windows get pinched and the gas escapes, and that's why you get that clouding in the windows. The moisture and the vapor goes in there and it wreaks havoc. You have to replace all your windows eventually. So the Superior wall system is part of that SUPERHOME brand. All of our steel reinforced concrete adds to that brand. The R value, the Energy Star rating, the way we do the electrical system and the plumbing system, the framing and the roof structure, all heavier duty. Everything that you probably can't see a lot of this once the house is done, but I just thought it'd be important for you to know a little bit about what's under the drywall and what it means to the longevity of the house. Anyway, hope that was helpful. Have any questions, please call Steve Grono at Chestnut Home Builders. You can reach me anytime on my cell phone. It's 810-599-5147. Thanks so much.